Well, okay, let's get to number one. And I think for me,
No
this was the
surprises.
easiest. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was like start with this.
yeah. It's
Start
just
with
like
this.
hands down. You
Yeah.
don't even have to worry about it. Like, it's kind of the distant first in
Yeah.
my books, and probably Boz's as well.
Yeah.
So
It's like
it's
Daylight second, to be honest. Like, come on.
yeah.
It's yeah.
So number one, Drunken Tiger 3.
Drunken Tiger 3. Oh, mate. The
Uh,
oh, I don't even know where
Drunken
to
Tiger
begin.
3.
Can you put the album up? You got this one, yeah?
I don't know if I have it like here. No, I
Oh,
obviously
okay,
have
okay.
it, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I remember one of the stories with this album um was this would have been like maybe when I was in year eight-ish, and
2001. Yep, you're right for you.
yeah, and then I lent it to Song, and so this was like one of these albums that
You
kind
lent
of
it to
got
your mate. You lent it to
yeah,
your high
yeah,
school
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking check this shit out. Like, and again, for me, it's quite now it's becoming very obvious like how significant fucking first track
Dude,
is. And again,
dude.
this like the first track word,
Oh, the start.
breaking and graphing right
Broken.
there.
Yeah.
Just like fuck it. And then for me, this album has the best lineup of songs. The first half is just fucking crazy.
Oh, crazy. Word, G Fresh, Bongjak Yagi, Good Life, NY to Shanghai, MI and B. Gabuljima.
Yeah, just
Okay,
like
that's it.
one after another. Yeah, so starting with Word, where there's like all these fucking just couples just ripping shit.
Oh, fucking yeah. So good.
And then G Fresh, like
G Fresh.
Sharp. Sedon then like track with the girl, like
Yeah, for its
that
time.
one
Yeah.
there, kind of number
Yeah.
two or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Good Life. It's Good Life. No,
The Bongjak. Oh, mate, that's the classic,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Korean element.
Yeah, Bongchagi and then Good Life.
Bongjak.
Personally, I'm not that big a fan of Good Life. I don't really understand how it became so big, mainstream.
Really?
But, like,
Yeah.
whatever,
Okay.
like it'll
Yeah.
catchy hook and whatever. And then like MY to Shanghai.
NY to Shanghai.
Yeah.
Dude, I keep it fresh like a FOB, better than you'll ever be. That line there.
And then later on as well, like with tracks like Kungshik and Isaac Kazay and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um,
Hongshik was fucking insane, eh?
This
Of course, Isaac is, yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
highest quality. Also like huge significant in the scene because so DT1 was like kind of the beginning of K-pop as far as I'm concerned. DT2 was like a big hit as well with like Without Sandang and Morishige or yeah whatever. But
Yep.
then they kind of got fucked.
With the
during
drug
that
thing.
time,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got owned kind of like drug scandal with Uptown and shit. And then this was their comeback album. And again, there's the whole narrative of like when you're like 한맺혔어 and when you're like coming from like hustle struggle, and then you release the album. That's when it just like blows up. And
This one was crazy.
yeah.
This one was crazy. And like, for those English people that may be listening who haven't really listened to Korean pop, this is kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of like our, like, I guess if you're a New York fan, it's kind of like our Illmatic. And if you're West Coast, it's kind of like 2001, maybe. Like, it's hard to say because it's a very different
2001. I reckon
vibe.
this is K-pop's 2001. Dre.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like
And
the
it
whole
put,
like comeback theme as well as just album quality for me. Well, like just a bit of a spoiler, but for me, the greatest hip hop album is 2001. Drake's
yeah,
hip hop.
well, hard to argue, but I'm obviously a New York hip hop fan, so my one needs a bit more thinking. It's already in my head, but
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no, yeah. Look, CBMS one is really our Illmatic, but like this is in terms of significance, I would say that's what I mean by it. It's just, it really like it made waves to the point where mainstream people knew about it at the time. Like that, DT2 people wouldn't really know about Drunken Tiger as much. Like the hardcore fans obviously knew DT1, DT2, but DT3 put them on the map for sure. Didn't you say Good Life actually made it to mainstream and got like number
Yeah,
one
yeah,
as well? Yeah, yep. So it did all that.
the track was mainstream, but the album didn't go mainstream. Like
Yeah,
the
the
album
album was
isn't
not mainstream
by
at
any
all.
means. It's fucking just like hardcore hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And basically, yeah, and it's like so much English in it as well
mm.
because it's got like all the couples in there.
Yeah, and
And
yeah,
yeah, like and
that's one
couple
of the
rap at the time,
things.
it's 2001.
Yeah,
Like
that's what
it
I
was like
really love about
non-existent.
this album because I feel that they are their absolute selves in this album.
Yep,
So
yep.
first one, they first two albums, they still have this kind of like, well, firstly trying to be Korean in the US or trying to be Americans in Korea.
Yeah,
And then
yep.
this is at this point, they're like, I feel that they're totally comfortable in their skins and being like, fucking, this is who we're just Killpos and this is who we are. Boom.
Yeah, it's like and like Roscoe Umali and Miko has killed it. They did, like the sprinkle on top, like
Yep.
just like the added flavor.
Yep.
And I remember, yeah, we were going crazy. Yeah, and you know, just like you at the time, I was like just telling my friends at school,
Mm,
bro, listen to this shit, like non-Korean people.
mm,
Like it got to the point where like my mates were like, fucking this guy, Drunken Tiger, Drunken Tiger,
yep.
and
Yep.
you know, Drunken Tiger is such a fucking cool name as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
like Tiger being like obviously the national, you know, animal of
Yep.
Korea, and
Yep.
like
Yep.
and just you know being drunk, another national symbol of Korea. Just like
Yep.
putting them two together was cool.
Yeah,
And you know,
yeah, no,
Tigers are just
definitely.
cool.
Like 100%. Like I was sharing this album around with like non-Koreans as well. This was the dopest album of this time, like regardless of it being Korean, English, or whatever.
Yeah, it was just it's like our childhood, DT3,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, I mean it kind of like made us want to become rappers pretty much as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this was when we were like, oh, you're DJ Sin, and then like I'm Tiger PK and all this bullshit, um and you know,
아,
because we started to
노래방에서
go
많이
to
했지, 랩.
yeah, we started to go to 노래방 and shit at this time as well and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, yeah, as you said, the first half of the album, like were J-Fresh, Bongja Gyagi, Good Life, NY to Shanghai, and Beat.
Mm,
I'm not a huge MI fan, but like apart from that, I think that just absolutely rips. I mean, that's these days standards. That's the whole album in itself, and the second part still has Kongshik and Isaac Kizay and Cole, I guess, to a lesser extent.
mm.
But yeah, like yeah, what can you say?
Yep.
It ticks all the boxes you talked about. It's all you know what I mean. You know, so without rambling on, but the cultural impact, you know, the ratio, personal
Yep.
impact, everything, and yeah, this is really the album that I knew to be honest
Mm.
that I was gonna be a hip hop fan for life after I heard this album. For me
Right,
personally, I
right.
was like, yeah, I would never fucking love another genre as much as this, and to this day, it has proven true because for me hip hop's been my main genre. You know, I'm very like narrow like that, I
Yeah.
guess. But hip hop's been my main genre,
So
like
there's
bar none.
well, as part of like the prep for this episode, I was doing some like research online just to kind of refresh my memory and just to make sure that I'm not missing anything.
Yeah,
Like the 한국 힙합, 명반 list or whatever,
yeah, yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah. I
that.
did that too.
And yeah,
Yeah,
and also came across like top 100 albums of just like Korean music all up.
yeah,
And
yeah.
there were there's like Juice, there's like Verbal Gent, there's like DJ Soulscape, and there's some like hip hop albums in that. This should be in there like 100%. I can't believe it's not, to be honest. There's like DOC Orgy, there's like
But that's maybe from a
notable
more of a
albums.
mainstream perspective, maybe. But it'll be in every Korean hip hop
No,
list.
but no, but then they actually choose albums that are not that mainstream, like
Oh,
Soulscape,
okay, okay, okay.
Soulscape for instance,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha,
Verbal Gent
gotcha.
as well.
Oh,
So
do you reckon it's maybe the whole Kyopo shit, and maybe like because Good Life was the only like real song that people knew? Would that
I
be
don't know.
one?
I don't know. Like it's obviously widely recognized in the scene, but mainstream, I think it's quite underrated.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
Well, yeah.
for us hip hop heads to be like undisputed number one by far. I think if it's not recognized in mainstream, it's underrated.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, I don't ever want to be that guy, but like, you know, oh, if you don't, you know, 진짜 hip hop, 가짜 hip hop and stuff. But if you're from our era and this album is not significant to a certain degree, like, I mean, you know, it should be.
There is the Kyopo factor. It's because we're
I,
yeah.
well,
I
exactly.
think for the Kyopo, this has to be number one. But maybe for
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Well, look, I will never say it has to be, but like, if it's not in your top five, you know, I question you. Put it that way. Like, it's got to be in your top five somewhere. I would say. Yeah.
우리
Yeah.
나이 때 교포가 힙합 들었는데 이게 넘버원 아니면 there's something wrong with you. go that far.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're more controversial than me, but yeah, for me, it's got to be in the top five at least, if not top three. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a hard one, because different tastes maybe. Like, what if someone's like a mad fucking MP Master Plan fan? Or did you say
Ponde?
Kilpaul? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Because it's funny how Master Plan didn't make it into yours. Because I was like, there's so much good shit there as well, but you just couldn't give them album. But yeah,
Yeah,
tracks. is
yeah.
different,
Like
yeah.
maybe the closest one would be Chuseok one, but even then,